the new guide to the Stephenson method of natural health care. This video series is based on the book, The Stephenson Method of Natural Health Care, and is not intended as a replacement for the book or training from a certified instructor. Chapter 2, Head and Neck. Part 1, Sinus. Before we start the sinus treatment, it's not a bad idea to perform the general treatment first.
The sinus treatment usually takes a few minutes. For clients with hay fever or headaches due to sinus pressure, remember, you're only setting the healing process in motion. Nature will do the rest. The treatment is simple, relaxing, and effective. It can only be performed with the client seated and the practitioner standing behind. Use light motions with olive oil for the best effect. This is the complete sinus treatment. We are going to show some additional views and angles in a moment. The vacuum stroke uses as much of the fingers as possible. Perform the movement with light strokes with enough olive oil to glide smoothly. Remember to keep your fingers together for the most effective vacuum possible. One hand follows the other from the bridge of the nose to the hairline. Rest your hands lightly on their head and relax your shoulders so that the pressure is not heavy. The movement is only in an upward direction. Your intention is to create a vacuum deep inside the sinuses and bring the congested fluid to the back of the throat. If you are successful, it is best for the client to spit out the matter rather than swallowing it. Perform this for 30 to 60 seconds before continuing. Locate the small notches under the orbital ridge, just under the eyebrows. Move the tips of the index fingers away from the nose along the underside of the frontal bone to find them. It will be about 3/4 of an inch. Direct the pressure upward and slightly backward while moving the fingers in the notches as shown. Release immediately. Be careful not to put pressure directly on the eyeball. Pressing into the notches is done 3 times with the vacuum movement in between. With each sequence, increase the pressure. However, you must adapt the pressure for each client. When working with children, the pressure is much lighter than with an adult. Also, adapt the pressure to match the client's comfort level.
Part 2, Lower Sinus. The antrums.
The antrums are located on the maxillary bone, above the cuspids, as shown here. This move is to promote the natural drainage, so that air can enter the sinus and allow them to drain better. Repeat 6 to 8 times. Create a vacuum from the antrums to ears. Gently draw the full length of the fingers along the deepest natural channel beneath the contour of the cheekbones up to the hollow in front of the ears. Do this 6 to 8 times. This treatment is intended to relieve congestion and open the ear canals. Do not do this if your client has an earache. Make sure that the client is breathing through their mouth, and instruct them to keep their mouth slightly open. Hair should not be over the ears, which would break the vacuum. Now let's see this movement from the front. It is important that you get a good vacuum over the ears before doing the movement. Slide your well-oiled palms over the ears and turn your hands upward before the release. After the sinus treatment, I usually finish with the filter areas. I call them filter beds. to help with overall decongestion.